Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you guys' day is going well. My name is Charles Coleman. I'm the compliance manager for our Department of Office, Contracting and Equity. All right. And we're going to talk about compliance today, and pretty much what is compliance and why is it a pivotal component of pretty much what we do at DPS. So here's a few of our staff members. We have we have Gwen Dancy, Rulon Howard, Zelma Martin, Julie Zalud, Iman Carter, who's a new hire, and then we have currently we have 3 senior compliance officers, which is Terrence Bray, George Moto, Teresa Whittington. Like I said again, I'm the compliance manager, and our big boss is Tammy Morgan. All right, just a few about our unit, and pretty much what we do what we do at compliance is pretty much discuss. We pretty much set the goals for all of the projects that you guys currently see out on the street. We also review those compliance plans that we get from various bidders and proposers. We also monitor those commitments. The commitments, as well as monitoring the utilization of EEO, CRO, and the PAR requirements. PAR is also known as local residency requirement, but we like to call it PARs for project area residency requirement. And then once those contracts end, we do the contract closeout. So it's like the final audit to make sure that everything is pretty much is going okay with that project. And if they aren't, then we'll pretty much submit a preliminary letter explaining the shortfall to that prime contractor. So we have 2 systems of how we pretty much conduct our compliance. Our first system is also known as our certification and compliance system. We nickname it C2 for certification and compliance, but it's also known as B2G now. We also have our certified payroll processing system, which is known as LCP Tracker. It's a wonderful system that pretty much houses all of our payroll, as well as we do all of our reports on there, whether that's a PAR report, a CRO report, EEO report. Pretty much everything is on this system as far as all job classifications. So it's just pretty much an overall wonderful tool for payroll reporting. We also conduct audits, and then we have a team of field analysts that conduct site visits on actual construction projects. So our pre-award requirements, and I'm going to talk to you guys how contracts are set. So I'm going to give you guys like the full story, right? So what happens is the user department comes to our department, compliance, and they say, hey, here's a project, here's the scope. We think that this project should possibly be 25% minority business enterprise and 5% WBE, which is women-owned business enterprise. We take a look at that and we say, okay, let's look into our C2 system, and then what we do is we take a look at that scope of work, and what we do is come up with these 6-digit codes called NACES codes. These NACES codes pretty much can tell you exactly what a company does. So let's say, for instance, you have a plumbing firm. The plumbing firm might have a NACES code of 237110 for sewer construction or anything like that, pretty much. And also NACES stand for North American Industry Classification System. So you can pretty much look that up on Google and find out exactly what each entity of that NACES code does. So once we get those NACES codes, we can actually take those codes and put those codes into our C2 system. Let's say, for instance, the project scope is building a building, right? Okay, we know we're going to need some drywall, we're going to need tapers, we're going to need some concrete guys. We'll pretty much take all of those codes, put them into the system. Our system then spits out a whole bunch of minority firms, woman-owned firms, disadvantaged firms that can pretty much do some work on that project, and then we take into account of what the user department sent to us as a 25 and 5 goal, and we say, okay, maybe this will work, or maybe we can actually make it higher, or let's bring in some veterans to actually get a piece of this pie as well too. So what we try to do is make sure that we give everybody a chance to get an opportunity on each contract. So this is a bit of our